What is going on, guys? Andy PGUK here. You're in my brand new channel. This is a brand new series I'm starting called My Top 5, and it's basically my top 5 of types of different things like games and stuff like that. The first video we've got, I've come to this pretty sick prison, pretty generic prison, but it's a prison nonetheless. And basically, the first video I've got for you is my top 5 zombies games. Awesome. Back you bastards. Zombies. Anyway, where was I? My top 5 zombies games. I'll be doing a lot of these videos. Basically, this is the sort of direction I want to go with this channel. I'm doing playthroughs and all that, but this is sort of like the main sort of things I'm going to be doing, high edited, and some great stuff coming. So we'll start off with number 5. So number 5 in my top 5 is Evil Dead Regeneration, and Evil Dead is a favourite franchise of mine, one of my favourites anyway. Films and all that. Games, I love all the games, but the reason I like Evil Dead Regeneration is because it goes a bit ski-way from the stories of the films and stuff like that. It's basically set in an alternative future where after Evil Dead 2, Ash doesn't get transported to the Army of Darkness. He gets put in a mental home, and it goes from there. And the Doctor reads the Necronomicon, and the Walking Dead, or zombies, are walking the earth, but there's a hell of a lot more stuff than that as well. Obviously there's monsters and stuff like that, so technically it is a sort of zombie film because it's the Walking Dead, so I had to yeah. And another thing, which is probably the most important thing, is that he's got a fucking chainsaw on his arm. How badass is that? You don't get more badass than that. It just doesn't happen. Another good thing about this game I used to absolutely love, you got a little guy. Little guy follows you around, and you can kick him and throw him at zombies. I say no more. That's why that's number 5. It's hard to pick my number 5 because simply for the main reason I wanted to do a top 5, because I wanted it to be a bit difficult. It's quite easy to do a top 10 because you can just chuck them all in, but a top 5 is a bit different. So that's my number 5. And we're going to move on to number 4. So guys, for number 4, we've gone way back to 1993 when Zombies Ate My Neighbors came out for the Mega Drive, or if you're American, the Genesis, and the snes. And it was awesome. Oh, it was crazy hard, but it was awesome. I can't remember how many levels there were, but if you've played it, you'll know it gets pretty tricky towards the end. You always got to save those bazookas. Some advice for you. So what I used to love about this game is just, I don't know, it's perfection. It was called Zombies Ate My Neighbors on Mega Drive. I believe on the SNES it was just called Zombies. I can't be certain of that because I didn't have it on the SNES, I only had it on the Mega Drive. But yeah, I'd still rather play this game now over any other zombies games really. The only reason it came in at number 4, obviously graphics let it down, but at the time it didn't. At the time it was the shit. But I mean now, my top 5, as in right now, it's got to be in there. It's got to be in there at number 4. I was debating whether not putting it in, but no one can do a zombies top 5 without Zombies Ate My Neighbors. You just can't do it. Got zombies, werewolves, giant babies, water pistols. Awesome game. Awesome. So, Konami, Thank you for this awesome game. Move on to number 3. So number 3, Dying Light. The newest game in my top 5, and in my opinion, well deserves a spot in the top 5 best ever zombies games. For me anyway, certainly I thought it was fantastically made. A couple of points I loved parkour. I thought it was great at the start. It was sort of a bit ropey, but then I thought not as good as it could have been, but then quickly realised they did that on purpose. And when you ranked up your character, once you got to the higher ranks, you could beast everything. It was well good. Literally had so much fun on that game, and even more fun, should I say. What made it even more better and an even more well-rounded game, you could do the whole campaign story in co-op, 4-player co-op, which was awesome to say the least. It was really, really cool. You got weapons crafting, crazy electric acid axes and machetes, and slow-mo killing, zombies splatting, blood, blood. So yeah, I was really, really pleased with Dying Light, and it's, yeah, like I said, it's number 3, and also did a very good job of terrifying you. When you went out at night, you don't stay out at night long. You find a safe house and you get in, and that's probably one of the things it does the best. It's one of a zombie game that does scare you, which usually you got zombies that are slow and they're not very scary things, but these ones can run. Some of them can anyway. You get the odd one in a group, it'll come after you. So, my opinion, fantastic game. If you haven't played it yet on next gen, or I think you got it on last gen as well, yeah, on PlayStation 3 and 360, I'd definitely recommend it. If you're into your zombies games, hands down, awesome game. So now we move on to number 2. So we are at number 2, and number 2 technically isn't a game, it's a mode, but Call of Duty Zombies is my number 2 zombies game of all time. Simply, it could quite easily be a game on its own. Whether Treyarch do it in the future or not, I hope they do, but we've got another Black Ops coming out this year. I'm really looking forward to that. It's just, I don't know why I like it so much. It's so simple because it's just round based. All you do is just see how many rounds you can get through. But it's basically just killing zombies. That's all you do. There's obviously Easter eggs and stuff like that, but you don't have to do them. It's not essential. But you get awesome weapons, and when they've started to bring celebrities in and stuff like that, it's really, really cool. Although it's not a full game, still in my top 5 zombies of all time. And features probably one of the best ever zombie killing weapons of all time, the ray gun. But sadly, there is better ways of killing zombies, and we will certainly see quite a few in my number 1, and that is coming up right now. Whoa. So we've reached number 1, and my favourite ever zombie games of all time is Dead Rising 3. Now, I'd never played Dead Rising before, ever, before Dead Rising 3. I got an Xbox One, and I got Dead Rising with it because I seen the advert and it looked pretty cool. and I'm a big fan of zombies games. That's why I've done this top 5 first, because you know they're one of my favourite sort of types of games, the zombie games, and it just blew me away. It was, the humour was on point. It was really good, comical zombie slaying fun, and the weapons. What? The first weapon you make is a sledgehammer attached to a saw. A sledgehammer attached to a circular saw, a still saw. That's just, and that's not even the craziest weapon. That's a pretty standard weapon. And it was like, you've got bears with machine guns and rocket launchers that you stick on a little tricycle to send it on its way. Zombies go to it, it blows the shit out of it. Just epic, absolutely epic. The graphics were pretty good. You know, they tried to obviously make it look real, but because it was Capcom who made it, they sort of give it a sort of Capcom like sort of vibe. I don't know, sort of slightly manga-y, but really slight, which makes it just awesome. And they even did a DLC, which was, I can't remember what it was, Super Ultra Hyper Dead Rising Alpha, something like that. It was ridiculous. It was just as ridiculous as the name, but I absolutely loved it. You had like characters like Ryu, characters from Dino Crisis and stuff like that, all Capcom classic games, and it was incredible. And yeah, to me, zombies games are all about the best, just trying ways of killing zombies. You know, they're slow moving in general. I say in general like they're real, they're not real, but in general, fiction, they're real. And it's all about inventive ways of killing them, and it doesn't get more inventive than Dead Rising 3. It's, you know, it's just incredible. I seriously hope there's a Dead Rising 4, because I will be getting it. I'll be getting the Season Pass, I'll be getting the Special Edition, I'll be getting all that kinds of shit, because that game, for me, is zombie perfection. So, yeah, that's number 1. So guys, you've been watching my top 5 zombie games, first ever in the series of my top 5s. Hopefully we're going to get a lot more sort of zombie games with next gen coming up. There's loads more capabilities what they can do with these zombie games, so hopefully they're just going to get better and better. And let's face it, who doesn't like to kill a horrible, sweaty, dead ass smelling, ugly, rotten, horrible, dirty zombie? There's one behind me, isn't there? Awkward! In all seriousness, guys, if you have a different top 5 to me, put your top 5 zombies games in the comments below, and we'll have a little chat about them and stuff like that. Because, yeah, zombies games are a big industry in the gaming world, so let me know your top 5, and if I haven't played them, I'll certainly give them a go. I know there's stuff like State of Decay, is it H1Z1, stuff like that. I haven't even give enough time to enjoy them and stuff like that, so these sort of games are ones I'm going to be playing in the future, and they might even creep into my top 5, who knows. But yeah, we just got to wait and see. My next video I'll be doing is top 5 Alien games, so you're going to want to tune in for that. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, because this series is just going to keep going and going. And if you enjoyed it, you're going to make sure you want to subscribe. I'm going to get out of this prison now and stop thinking about how I'm going to get to space and doing my next. One job to do. You have one job to do. You've ruined the illusion. Who's going to believe I'm in a prison now? Sorry, guys. What is this, amateur hour? I do apologise, guys. The illusion is ruined. Clearly, I wasn't in a prison. So close. So close. One job to do. Idiot. Subscribe.